Eugene Henley, or Big U, is known as an anti-gang activist, but authorities say he is everything but that, using his prominent role in the South LA Crips gang to run a criminal enterprise. He was declared a fugitive earlier today. Henley did turn himself in, but first he recorded this video.
It's gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in, though. Because I ain't did nothing. No, I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all to... I don't even know what to say. I'm 21 years. I elevated my family. Come back. Sit in here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. You can't, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash.
Eugene Big U Henley hit the go live button on his phone. The picture shook as he spoke because his hands were not steady. His eyes looked tired, and his voice cracked. "Y'all pray for me," he said, to more than 75,000 people. This is what happens when you try to help your people. A heavy duffel bag sat on the floor beside him. It was not for a trip. It was for jail. In less than an hour, he would turn himself in on a long list of federal charges called RICO. If a jury says he is guilty, he may spend the rest of his life in prison. During the live stream, Big U told viewers that the government had it all wrong. He talked about coaching football, leading peace marches, and paying for funerals when families ran out of money. He blamed internet rats, especially music manager Whack 100, for feeding police lies. Some fans filled the chat with blue heart emojis to show support. Others filled it with rat emojis to call him a criminal. The live video ended after 9 minutes, but the fight had only begun. Was Big U a hero who saved kids, or a boss who sold safety like a product? That is the question this story will explore. Big U's live stream lasted 9 minutes and 13 seconds. Those minutes set social media on fire. He said officers raided all my spots, even my mama's house, looking for dirt that ain't there. To prove he did not steal charity money, he held up an old blue jersey from the Crenshaw Rams youth team. "That 220 grand Shaq gave? You saw these jerseys on TV," he yelled, wiping a tear with a dusty cloth. Then his mood changed. Big U named Whack 100 and others, calling them the loudest rats in California. He reminded viewers that he once beat a long prison sentence from the 1990s and said he would beat this one too. Rumor says his lawyer begged him to delete those words, fearing they made him look angry and reckless. Fans split into two groups. One group saw a good man under attack. The other saw a smooth talker who felt the walls closing in. Whatever side people took, everyone knew the coming trial will be huge. To see why the government thinks its case is strong, we must look back at the story Los Angeles loved to tell for almost 20 years. In the late 1980s, Big U was feared on the streets. He worked for the Rolling 60s Crips and was known for fighting in guns. In 1991, police caught him in a violent drug robbery. A judge gave him 20 years. He served 13. Behind bars, Big U changed, or said he did. He read books about Malcolm X, earned a college degree, and coached football in the prison yard. Inmates began to call him Uncle Gene. When Big U left prison in 2004, he wore neat khakis and said, "I'm swapping blue rags for blueprints." He started a nonprofit called Developing Options. Its goal was to keep kids from making his old mistakes. City leaders, hungry for peace after the 1992 riots, were happy to have him. Local news showed him hugging moms, leading candlelight walks, and walking rival gang leaders into church meetings until they made peace. One newspaper wrote, he turned bullets into baseballs. From 2018 to 2023, the city's gang reduction and youth development program paid Developing Options more than $2.3 million. Celebrities joined in. Shaquille O'Neal wired $220,000. Draymond Green sent $20,000. Comedian Kevin Hart held an online show that raised $60,000 more. Photos of Big U with famous people flooded Instagram. But later, bank records showed odd spending. The charity card bought luxury watches, paid for a Malibu timeshare, and covered monthly bills on a 2023 Range Rover. Federal agents say the charity became both mask and money machine. Big U's lawyer says he often spent his own funds first and replaced them later. Same numbers, different stories. Agents argue that his favorite money source was not grants, it was a single rule dressed up as respect. In LA, people say visitors should check in with local elders. On the surface, it sounds polite. Call someone who knows the city, rent security, learn safe and unsafe areas. But the indictment says Big U turned this idea into a tax. A cannabis shop owner paid $25,000 every month for security. When he stopped, masked men robbed his store and beat staff. An NBA rookie lost $130,000 in a dice game with loaded dice. Big U recovered some of the cash, then charged the rookie $100,000 for doing so. His favorite line, witnesses say, was "safety ain't free." On podcasts, Big U often said, "When I go to Chicago, I check in. When I go to Atlanta, I check in. Nobody's safe." Some listeners praised him for honesty. Others heard a threat hidden behind friendly words. Federal agents heard a reason to dig deeper. They pulled phone records, transfer receipts, and social media chats with words like pass, tax, or insurance. Every clue tightened their net. One young artist tried to break the rule and ended up dead in the desert. Rayan Williams, also known as RW, was a 23-year-old rapper signed to Unique Music, a label Big U helped run. Rayan felt his career was stuck. Late in 2020, he made a short song clip calling Big U a crooked pastor in gang colors. Friends begged him to delete it. Hours later, the clip disappeared. Some say Big U's team flagged it. Others say RW deleted it after a tense phone call that lasted under 4 minutes. On January 23, 2021, Big U booked an Airbnb studio in Las Vegas and invited Rayan for one last single. Cameras showed them laughing until midnight. At 12:17 a.m., Rayan walked out with a suitcase and got into Big U's black SUV. His phone reported his location until 12:29, then went silent for 45 minutes. At 2:04 a.m., hikers found his body near Interstate 15. He had 2 gunshots in the face and drag marks on his legs. He wore only a hoodie in freezing air. Police rushed to the studio. Every hard drive was gone. Cell data later placed Big U near the dump site at 1:03 a.m., but his GPS showed no signal for the missing 45 minutes. Rayan's killing is count 24 in the indictment. Big U's lawyers say cell towers can be wrong and point to other suspects, yet they cannot explain the missing video footage. After Rayan's death, cracks formed in Big U's circle, cracks big enough for the feds to walk through. Tremaine Loose Canyon Williams once said, "I'd take a bullet for Unc." Then police caught him with a stolen gun and $40,000 in cash. To avoid 10 years in prison, he gave agents lists of check-in payments, phone numbers, and even a notebook titled Pass List. Music manager Whack 100 shared voice notes where a man, said to be Big U, laughs about taking tour bus keys from rappers who did not pay. Some tapes are hard to hear. Others list dates and dollar amounts that match bank records. Whack's critics call him a clout chaser, but agents say the files are real. Podcast host Adam22 told officers a bodyguard tried to give him an envelope marking developing options, consulting fee. Inside, $2,500 cash and a note saying, "Keep the story clean. Kids watch." Adam refused it. Alone, that act was not illegal, but it showed, prosecutors say, how Big U tried to shape public stories with money. Every new witness opened the door for fresh search warrants. Over 8 months, agents grabbed 12 phones, 2 laptops, and a 2023 Range Rover. Loose Cannons helped drop his gun charge to probation. The lesson? Freedom can cost someone else's secrets. With insiders talking, people started linking Big U's name to other famous killings, even with no proof. Big U once mentored Nipsey Hussle, but they argued over business. After Nipsey's 2019 death, Big U's first livestream showed him smiling and saying, "You don't know what you're waiting on. Justice for them." Some viewers found the smile strange. Police checked Big U's phone just in case, but never charged him. In 2022, rapper PNB Rock was shot at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Online rumors said he did not check in with Big U. Again, no facts connect Big U to that crime, yet whispers remain. They make it easier for people to see him as a shadowy boss, even if no court paper says so. Rumors may be fog, but bank records are bricks, and the ledger from developing options gave agents plenty to build with. Auditors found $625,000 from city grants that lacked proper receipts. On the same days money hit the charity account, equal amounts left for Las Vegas casinos labeled Staff Retreat. A Malibu timeshare also got payments soon after grant deposits. Staff said rap listening parties happened there, not youth programs. Shaq's $220,000 landed on July 12, 2021. 5 days later, The charity card paid $80,514 at a Rolex store. Draymond Green's $20,000 arrived on December 8th. That evening, $10,000 in cash was pulled from an airport ATM. The same night, Big U sat courtside at a Lakers game. In 2020, Big U asked for a Paycheck Protection Program loan, saying his music label paid workers $200,000 in 2019. Tax forms later showed the label lost $5,000 that year. The loan was forgiven before anyone checked the numbers. Big U's lawyers argue that paperwork mistakes are common in small nonprofits. They show emails where Big U begged the city, hurry the grant or kids play without helmets. They say fancy items were sold at charity auctions. A jury will decide if those reasons sound honest or planned. No matter what the ledgers say, RICO law packs the hardest punch, and its punch hits every member of a group. The indictment runs 104 pages and lists 43 counts: racketeering, extortion, fraud, money laundering, gun crimes, and 2 murders. Co-defendants Sylvester Robinson, Mark Martin, and Luz Cannon stand beside Big U. Under RICO, if the group is guilty, each person can be punished for every crime. How do agents plan to prove it? Number 1, digital trails. 4 years of phone taps and cloud backups. Number 2, money trails. More than 200 bank transfers between charity, label, and personal accounts. Number 3, videos and audios. Hidden camera footage of money pickups and Whack 100's voice clips. Number 4, witnesses. 5 insiders, 3 shop owners, 2 athletes, and 1 bodyguard ready to testify. A judge said Big U was a danger to witnesses and denied bail. Trial is set for next year. The racketeering charge alone could mean life without parole. While lawyers prepare, Big U writes prayers from jail, and the city waits. Big U's family shares his jailhouse letters on social media. He writes, "They fear a black man who saves black kids." Each note ends with a Bible verse and a plea. Hold the line. Federal lawyers answer with long lists of evidence. They call him the head of a street tax empire that robbed businesses, took charity money, and left bodies behind. So who is Eugene Henley? Maybe he is both things at once. A man who did help boys avoid gangs, and a man who kept some of the money that was supposed to help even more. Maybe he walked in daylight as a coach, then ruled the night as a boss. One fact is sure, whatever the jury decides will change Los Angeles. If they convict, city leaders will look hard at every ex-gang member they fund. If they clear him, many will ask why rumor was louder than proof. Now it's your turn. Study the facts, listen to the live stream, read the indictments, then tell us in the comments, hero or hustler? Hit subscribe so you don't miss the verdict. And remember, truth in LA wears many masks, and sometimes both are real.